From the design phase all the way through the completed project. All of that in this video, coming up. What's going on, guys? Mike Gunn, Gunn Landscaping, and you're watching Get It Done with Gunn. Hey, a little voiceover here to walk you through this video. This was an installation we did here previously, and I wanted to show you through it, just add some insights to it, and hopefully help you guys out when it comes to installations like this. This is a pretty cut and dry installation. We're just doing some basic landscaping around the back of the house here, real clean, professional look, just to enhance the looks and overall aesthetics of the house. So here's the blank slate that we're working with here. And I use what's called gardenpuzzle.com, and it works really well to plug in plants right over a picture that you can take. And here it is here. I've got the river rock in there with the knockout roses and all the plants and the blue spruce. So very good at showing a visual reference. Basically, the idea behind it is if you can see it, then you can sell it. You know, if the homeowner can get a good visual idea of what you're trying to accomplish, then it'll be that much easier for them to get an idea in their head so they can understand the design sense and all that. You can go in there and quickly plug in different plants, mess around with it. It's gardenpuzzle.com. It's really basic, but it's a great tool for little installs like this. Just basically the idea of if they can see it, then you can sell it. So very good tool. I highly recommend it, and that's what we used in this process for a basic install like this. It really helps to get that visual reference down. So you can see here, I've got everything marked out. We're ready to go, and we'll start right in with getting the sod out of there. So if you guys like this kind of video, please leave a thumbs up on it and comment below any questions or maybe video ideas you have for the future, things you're looking to learn about and to help you with your lawn or landscaping business. Happy to help. That's the reason for this kind of video. Just really wanting to pump out some more education out there and help all of you guys out that maybe you're just starting off or are looking for a little bit more information about landscaping installs. So here it is. Here's the sod all cut up. That sucker does a really good job. That sod cutter, we actually rented that for this project. All of these plants along the side of the house here, these are all from the front of the house. We did this install last December. I believe the video is titled Landscaping in the Wintertime. In the Midwest, we can landscape in the wintertime as long as the ground's not frozen. However, side note, all the plants will be dormant and not really looking the best, so you have to really explain that to the customer and let them know in the spring they're going to be popping really good. And it's actually really good for the plants to be planted when they're dormant. There's a little paper patio extension there. Quick little shot of that. They needed some more room to get out of their doors, so we had a quick little solution by putting those pavers in there up to the walkway. So all these plants, yeah, I installed last year. You can see one dead right there. That one we replaced. Found out there's a lot of water in there, a lot of clay in this soil. It's all clay. A lot of times with your new construction homes, this one being about a year old now, they will strip all the topsoil and sell that or do whatever they do with it. But a lot of times whenever we're doing installs on new construction work, or even houses that are 10 or 15 years old, where they strip all that topsoil, we have to come in there and amend that soil so that the plants can stand a living chance of growing and thriving. So here it is. All the sod is stripped out here, as you can see. The boys are just getting that cleaned out there. That sod cutter made by Ryan works really well. I rent these. I think they're about $100 a day. I know they are. And I need to buy one, but I've been looking for a new one here recently, and man, they're about $4 or $5 grand in my area. So they're just easier to rent when we need them. We don't need them all the time. But man, look at that. Real clean cut job there it does. Sometimes you can till this up too and then scrape up all your sod clippings too. That's a way we've done it quite a bit in the past. It works pretty well. This, however, is a much cleaner job and a lot quicker. So there it is there. Looks like it's got a Honda motor on there. But anyways, you can see the job it does here. Now up along the house and along the deck there, we obviously had to hand dig that out. I use steel spades for that. All steel handles and everything. They got some serious weight to them, and they work really well. You can kind of see one up in the top left of the frame there. These Turfex wheelbarrows, man, those are something else. Just picked those up this year. Real light in and out of the truck, just super light, handy wheelbarrows. The guys really like them. I'll definitely be picking up some more of those. Really, I highly recommend those. Definitely going to be doing a video on one of those here coming up. So here you can see it. We're ready to go. It's ready for some fabric and steel edging and some plants. Here's the next day here. It was way too wet, super muddy. All right, and then right back into it here. So here we have, well, I'm just showing you that these plants are going to be adding some privacy to their patio here. That's what they wanted. These are fine line buckthorns, one of my favorites. Great specimen plants, great border plants. Just they lose their leaves in the fall, and they turn yellow before they do that, but they're really, really nice. They do really well in my area in Indiana. There's a blue spruce on the side there, Fat Albert to be specific. You can see all the clay chunks here. Look at all those clay chunks, man. That's what we're dealing with. And then you can see the compost that we're bringing in and supplementing the soil. Whenever you're planting with compost, you never want to just engulf the plant roots with it. You want to supplement that soil, chop up that clay, and mix it all together to add some more nutrients to the soil, but also adding some, you're kind of aerating the soil as well. It loosens it up. That clay is real dense, packed in there, and doesn't allow water or moisture or air to move through. So there's the rough outline of what the plants are going to look like. Obviously, privacy is a big concern. Low maintenance is a big concern. And color. You know, we want some color. So a beautiful place here with that red maroonish tint of the paint and kind of accenting that. Along the deck railing there, those fluorescent yellow, those are King's Gold Canocyprius. Those are evergreen. They'll mound up, look real nice, and have that fluorescent color to them. All these plants love full sun. Keep that in mind. On the front side of the house, they all like shade or part shade. And here we're in the back of the house that faces the south, and it's all full sun. So you always have to keep that in mind when you're planting. That boulder there, we actually dug up when we were planting some of these. Yeah, that boulder there on the corner, we dug it up, and I ended up just washing it down, and we ended up using it. So there's morning light grass there, ornamental grass. And then the evergreens there on the corner of the deck. Those are emerald green Arborvitaes with daylilies along there. And the daylilies, they will bloom all summer long. Keep them dead-headed, pull the dead blooms out, and they'll continue to bloom. Look really nice. That there is what's called Incrediball Hydrangea. It's a Hydrangea Incrediball. It's I believe it was told to me to be a hybrid of the Annabelle and some other kind, but we're trying it out. Never planted that before, but it should do well. And those are knockout roses there. Double knockout roses, pink, I believe they are. And there's our Fat Albert. You can see there in the back, we had to prune some dead limbs off there. You know, it is what it is. You never know what you're going to get from the nursery. And we went with this guy just because he was the best shape, and pruning a few of those off in the bottom, it's just a sacrifice we're willing to take. So you can see here all the river rock is in, and the steel edging. Anytime you're going to put rock in, we put down a fabric, a 5 mil fabric, and that's not really for the weeds. It's really to keep the rocks out of the dirt, to keep them from seeping into the dirt over time. So there's another look at a rock that we found there. Pretty good looking rock, actually, boulder. Looks nice, good privacy, good color. Lots of, mixing in some evergreen with some deciduous plants here, so you get color all year round. Good flowering, daylilies and the hydrangea and the knockout rose through the summertime. And all three of those should bloom all summer long. That's the nice thing about it. And they don't really need much attention. You can prune on the roses in the early spring, prune them back. You don't really want to prune them much in the fall because they can get some winter dieback. Just can kind of damage them. So you usually prune those heavily if you'd like to keep them shaped in the spring. And here's another look at it again. Any questions, guys, leave them in the comments below. If I'm missing anything here. We also buried this downspout on the end. I didn't want it dumping right out onto that spruce tree. Spruce trees don't like wet roots. They don't like wet feet. They like to dry out pretty rapidly, and so running that drain on out is just benefiting that tree over time. You also want to make sure you're not planting too close to the house. That spruce tree is a little closer than I'd like. but it should be years before it actually gets close enough to the house where they need to keep it pruned off there. So another shot of it. You can see a downspout there. We just ran out. That one should be fine. We always use steel edging whenever we have river rock or any rock of any sort of nature to keep that rock in. You don't want to be mowing over that stuff and busting any windows, right? So looking pretty sharp here. Pretty sharp. There's those emerald green Arborvitaes. Those were shorter than I had originally planned on installing, but after talking to the homeowner, they were fine with it. Saved them a little bit of money because we got those at a pretty good price. And yeah, so those will grow up about 20 feet or so over time. And those emerald green Arborvitaes are actually considered a shrub, but very nice privacy for and don't take up a lot of room as in width. So another look at that spruce tree there. You can see there I'm kind of showing you how close it is to the house. Not too close, but we definitely want to make sure that we keep it away as far as we can without coming way out in the yard, you know. That's one thing I always warn customers. So there you go, guys. If you've got any questions or comments, leave them below. Happy to have a discussion about it. And let me know if you like this video. You know, kind of going over what we're doing here on this installation and help you guys to learn a little bit more about landscape installation like this. This is a very basic one. And so there you have it. So the grand total on this project was just shy of $5,000, and that's a pretty competitive bid in my area. All the plants are marked up 2.5 times wholesale cost. That's retail plus a warranty. All the river rock, you know, is marked up. Everything, you know, there's enough padding in there for us to make about 50% of that total there for our profits. That's the main goal of any landscape install that we do. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Hey, if you like this kind of content and you want to have something to listen to through your day, there's some great podcasts out there. Go check out lawncarecommunity.com. This is my podcast, just talking about everything in business and lawn care and landscaping, as well as talking to other industry pros like yourself. So go over there, check it out, lawncarecommunity.com. Thanks, guys. Go out there and get it done.